What up, though, y'all? How y'all living? And I see some of these different things going on the internet. I kind of been cooling, but this Matt Barnes situation, that's the high yellow, light skinned dude right here with the curly hair. Matt Barnes reminds me of the saying, no amount of money can unlame a lame. It just can't. No amount of money at all. A lot of people think, okay, you get the tall, light skinned dude, that's the man you want, and you end up with a man you can't stand, somebody you don't even think is a man. You know what I'm saying? And then you go looking for the niggas you look past, but that's a whole nother story. But yo, again, no amount of money can unlame a lame. Matt Barnes, we done watched him go through all type of stuff with women, wives, baby mamas, who knows? But when I seen him pop up and I saw the word extortion, I figured typical to be expected and a couple other things. But at the same time, I don't bask in the ambience of anybody's misfortune. But let's listen.
July of 2023. My ex and I had split up for about a month. And this chick DMs me and
Red flag number one. You a walking, talking lick. And a simp. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these guys, they make money and they think women like them, but they don't. A lot of these guys, they're tall, they think women like them, but they don't. You a lame. And when the story started right there, the first thing to enter my mind is, yo, baby mama set this up. How you break up for a month and then magically some chick in your DMs? Right after y'all break up. Obviously, it happened right after y'all broke up because you kicked it for the month. But let's listen.
I entertain her. We go back and forth. Conversation gets spicy. But we never met, never kicked it, never met, never seen this chick one time in my life.
Red flag number two is, what man has time to kick it with a chick that he never met, never seen, never touched, never smelled? Now, that's one thing for me, man. I gotta see a chick eyes, gotta know if her toes look nice, gotta know how she smell before I continue giving her time out of my day on the phone. That's crazy. But hey,
And then fast forward, my ex and I got back together. So I told her she got a little
hey, look, Anton head about to explode. His head about to explode.
weird, but she kind of just fell back. So moving along, we get back together and we end up doing this reality show. And while we are on this reality show, we find out we're pregnant. So we announce that on the reality show. And when that airs for the world to see, I start getting hit up from different phone numbers. Tripping. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to expose this. So I think to myself, like, expose what? Like,
Expose you. And to me, this sounds like a plan for extortion the whole time. Timing wise, you being pregnant wise, and then the girl already, if you ain't do nothing with her, how can she extort you? And fellas, let me give y'all a little message out here. If you getting money and somebody threatening you with extortion, call the feds. It don't matter what you did because it's gonna come out anyway. Just call the feds. You know what I'm saying? And go ahead and snitch because you're gonna end up telling anyway the same way this guy doing.
we've never kicked it, met, person, shook hands, hugged, none of that. I'm like, expose what? But at the same time, my ex was a little older, which is a high risk pregnancy. And I didn't want no.
Your ex was a little older. Listen, everybody learn D discipline. Cause you won't even be able to make your YouTube videos. You be messing around. You be sitting here like I am right now with my football player and my WNBA star. You know what I'm saying? Nah, they got professional talents too, but we just making jokes for the time being. Now, why y'all trying to be in Daddy's video? I'm trying to educate people. Anyways, back to the story. You got to watch out here.
like that coming out.
If I was suing somebody, it wouldn't even be nothing for me to say. They would just have to deal with the paperwork.
That's a fact. And a lot of us talk about suing people or being sued. A lot of us never been through lawsuits. I've sued, I've been sued for more than $1 million. And actually, I was sued for more than $1 million with a forged contract as well. And things in in a civil court don't work the way you think they do. Not at all, not even a little bit. And the thing about civil legislation and case law and civil cases, you may have a legit issue on your level, but your legit issue on your level may ruin business for everybody else on levels above you. And that's why civil cases are either so hard or so easy to win. To me, this guy doesn't have a suit at all. And that's why he's talking about suing instead of suing. And back to going through a lawsuit, if you ever been through a lawsuit, you know the last thing you need to be doing is talking about suing somebody and or why you're suing somebody. Because a lawsuit doesn't work like a regular court case. It's really everybody going in there separately, giving depositions and being asked questions with, shall we say, a mediator present, and then it goes from there. And lawsuits are pretty much won and lost in that process. Most of them never actually make it to a courtroom. With that being said, he don't really have a leg to stand on because he was engaging this girl. He paid this girl. He obviously said some stuff he didn't want out. So he don't really have a leg to stand on with suing her.
And I think that that's a threat that a lot of people make to try to stop the bleeding, or, maybe they are actually considering pursuing somebody when it comes to lawsuits and stuff. But the fact of the matter is this: to get extorted by a chick that you've never even met before, or to even be in a position of where you sending voice messages to people that don't have nothing to lose and that you've never ever met before. Man, this could be a Nigerian scammer or somebody over there in Africa finessing you. And then he sent them $5,000 every single month.
Right, because he's a fucking lame, and she knew it. And to me, it seemed like she had inside information. To me, I'm almost absolutely positively certain that the baby mama who he's not with anymore and the kids ain't even 2 years old set this up. That's just my own personal opinion. No different than what happened with his wife, his ex-wife, and some of the other women that he been linked to. But I'm not the type of dude to tear a dude down. We just gonna talk about what's out there. But he once you tag lane, the games follow the leader. And that goes for all of us. I got the reputation of being nice. So everybody tries to take advantage of my niceness, even in business. I pay for stuff up front, so it's not a problem. I pay for things for everybody, so nobody's dipping in mine. You know what I'm saying? And we all develop these reputations for how we handle business. He has developed the reputation of handling business like a lame. And I know it's hard for me just being labeled a nice person or a considerate person. I can only imagine how hard it is to be labeled a lame.
So this chick said, pay me or I'm going to release.
Release what? And you ain't even got a release. You ain't even released. Oh.
Our text, our conversation, our DMs. And I'm like, you really don't have shit. But again, okay.
And I'm going to go ahead and just put this out here. All y'all niggas out here wasting your life's work trying to fuck some made up bitch that wouldn't fuck with you at all for no other reason than want something out of you. Most of these women y'all chase got some ugly, crusty dude who doesn't make money at all, who they love more than the world itself. So everything that y'all give them, they're going to give to him. And he don't mind sharing his bitch. He ain't really sharing her anyway. She going out there hooking for him in a sense. It's funny, but it's not funny. It's like you deserve it. All the free pussy you got in high school, now you paying triple as a grown man, quadruple really with this simp ass dude here.
So I start paying this chick some bread for about a year. And I'm going to show you those receipts too. And during this time, I'm kind of just tapping in with her because she's a
$5,000 a month is way more than some bread. And why are you tapping in with her if you paying her? This is all stupidity.
She's a wild card. She's a nutcase, and kind of just checking in, having empty conversations to make sure.
And this is why I think your girl set this up for you, because she knew what buttons to push. She's a nut job, a wild case. Bro, you're retired from the NBA. As far as I know, you own your at least 50-50 partners own your show. Why does any of this matter to the point that you give somebody $5,000 a month? Super lame. This is why your wife was fucking somebody else, bro.
She's cool. September of last year, we have the baby. And I keep paying her until the end of the year. So until December. I think December 6th was the last time I sent her bread. So come January, she flips out.
What you expect?
You need to do this. If you don't do this, I'm going to expose everything. So I just confessed. I told my ex, like, look, showed her the DMs, the conversations, proved that I'd never kicked it with the chick.
Man, what the fuck your soft ass mean you confess? Does your ex make just as much money as you? Does she live in your house? Does she, like, what the fuck are you talking about? You decided to confess. I don't know why you were lying in the first place. Listen here, man. If everybody depended on you, that means you're the leader. Being the leader don't mean you just tell everybody what to do. It means you show everybody what to do based on your actions. Why the fuck would you be lying to some woman that's dependent on you for fame, money, a lifeline, kids, etc., etc.? Why would you lie to her for somebody else that's trying to get in the position to depend on you? Why do you even have to lie anyway? All my life, I thought if I was tall, that'd solve all my problems. I never got to get tall, but I ain't never had none of these problems this nigga having. Shit. The fuck is going on?
But this chick starts going crazy and saying, I'm going to expose you and you just wait. And I'm going to show you that too so y'all can see. But she just starts going on a rampage. The one thing I will say is this chick is good. We had DM for a little bit. There's some voice audio.
Good. This bitch is great, man. You ain't seen what Shannon shot. Now you about to go down the road and making excuses. It don't matter if she got naked pictures of you, voice audio, or any of that shit. Motherfucker, be a man. This is what me and my son was just talking about. If you doing something, man, you got a lot of the other men around you about it, then you already flawed. You already in a trick bag. You already, if you ain't married and you ain't obligated to no woman, but you telling her lies about shit that ain't got nothing to do, you already lost. And this is why women can't find a man, because why would they want a man when they might luck up on a simp like this nigga? Why would they want a man? Why would they want to have to deal with a man, his structure, his providence and provision, and his protection? Why would they want to deal with the responsibility that comes along with being the woman to a man when they can find a lame ass nigga like you? And you 50 some odd years old, then fucked up I don't know how many families, you still getting bitches pregnant. That's and Tasha K, the least of your worries, bro. You your worst problem. I don't know what's wrong with these basketball niggas where everything is somebody else's fault and they've been also did wrong. Listen here, bro. Once you the nigga in the room with more money than everybody else, in most of the rooms you go in, everything is your fault. And this is your fault. Simp, sucker, you worst kind of. Look at Anton, this whole... Which is funny. Anton's a married nigga and he got more game than some of you simps, man. We're going to have to go on, cut this short, man. Matt Barnes, obviously you ain't about to lose your career and you better keep making money, man, and learn some penis control. That's what you need to do. Or at least stop being a fucking sucker. Look at the color of that hoodie you wearing, bro. Everything about you screams homicidal, metrosexual.